Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. As usual, I am Jevishehu on Deep Thoughts again, and with me today is
My name is Adelju Vincent.
yeah,
I'm so happy to be on this
yeah. We are
channel.
most elated to have you around.
Thank you, my
You're
pleasure.
welcome. Yeah. All right. So on today's line of thoughts, we will be talking about something. We will be talking about marriage on a different category this time around. All right. But before we do that, I would like to say that I've been following Adaju's page. That is on
Wow.
Random Gist.
Wow.
And I realized that she has actually talked about marriage,
Yeah.
not just marriage, but intermarriage,
Intermarriage. Yeah.
And it was quite interesting. So I felt the need to call her here, invite her here so she can tell us why she felt the need to talk about intermarriage.
Mm.
So can you tell us why?
Sure. Thank you very much. Like I said, I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, we are happy
Okay,
too.
intermarriage. It's one of my videos that I filmed intermarriage, and I I had so many questions on people asking me about intermarriage.
Okay.
But the reason why I put up that video where I talked about intermarriage, it was due to some scenarios, some circumstances that happened around me, and that is still happening though.
Okay.
So I thought about to put it in words so that people will get to understand what intermarriage is, and that is that there is nothing wrong with intermarriage.
Okay.
And even though it has some advantage and disadvantage as well,
Yeah, of
but
course.
yeah, you need this is what people need to know. Going into intermarriage, it's not something that is bad. It is a welcome idea.
Okay.
So
All right. So that's actually what prompted you into right. Well,
yeah.
it's a good thing. It's a good thing that you actually talked about it. But then I think it's important to understand what intermarriage is. Because we might be hearing this intermarriage, and we might not really know what it means. So can you help us with that?
Sure.
What does it mean?
Intermarriage is a marriage between different people of different culture,
Okay.
of different races,
Mhm.
of different religion,
Wow.
people from different states
Okay.
and country at large, continent as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to understand, or we want to understand, the what are the advantages, or should I say, what are the benefits of getting into such marriages? Because I noticed you actually talked about it in your the other video, and I
Sure,
want
I
us to
did.
have it here.
I did
What are
exactly.
the advantages of these marriages?
Yeah, intermarriage. I think the key advantage of intermarriage, or one of the most important advantage of intermarriage, is it enable people to learn the uniqueness of each other's culture. Yeah,
Learning.
yeah. People coming together or someone going into an intermarriage will get to learn the importance of that culture, how they dress, what their best food, their
Okay.
dance steps, and so many things are on about that. It is not only like, okay, this is my culture,
Okay.
but going across to learn other people's culture would give you an insight on how to live with different kind of people.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it promotes harmonious living,
Yeah.
like tolerance and other stuffs like that.
Yes, of
All
course,
right.
of course, of course. And
Yeah.
another thing is, going into an intermarriage also helps the couple. Should I use couples or yeah, prospective couple?
Okay.
Yes, to know different parenting styles.
Okay.
Yes, because some parenting styles are according to their culture, according to their races, states, religion, and so on, other points as well. But going into that, it will enable both parties to learn how to bring up their children, because so many people have different notions on childbirth, child upbringing, different parenting style. So going into that will give you space, will give you an insight to know how to do that, how to bring up a child.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Now, there's something particularly I want us to achieve by doing this video today.
Okay.
All right, because she has talked about intermarriage, and of course we've talked about it already here. But then there's this particular thing I want us to get from this video, and that is the key elements to having a successful and happy intermarriage. That is the main reason we are doing this video
Sure.
today.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because if at the end of the day you get married and you're not happy, or you're just struggling, it means the whole intention or motive is thwarted.
Of course.
So of course we need to understand how we need to go about living happily and successfully in our intermarriages.
Exactly.
I'll give you an example. I am from the north. My husband is from the north, but then we are not from the same cultural background.
Yeah.
So we have our different, we have our differences, and these differences comes from the food we eat,
Mm-hmm.
the language we speak.
Yeah, the dressing.
Yeah, our dressing is different. You know, even
Behaviors.
our mode of hospitality is quite
Yeah,
different.
yeah.
Let me give you an example. When okay, at the time we were preparing for our introduction,
Okay.
you know, on getting to my husband's compound, he was like, "Don't greet yet. I will tell you when it's time to greet." I'm like, "Who?"
Okay.
So I was just watching him. So when we got there, I didn't know that you're supposed to sit down, eat, gist. You don't have to greet though. Just sit, eat, do all your discussions, and then later you start one after the other.
You start greeting.
Yes, you go, you squat. You start from the most senior, you
Okay.
squat, and then you greet. When you're done, you pick on the next one like that. You
Mm.
don't just lump everybody,
At once.
at once and say good afternoon. No,
Eh.
no, 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 no. You have to take it one after the other. And that is quite different from where I'm coming from. Because from my place, the moment you see an elder, it's expected that you greet the person. You greet, and then you sit down, we serve you water, you drink, and then that means you're welcome. But for my husband's people, the only way they will show you are welcome is when you come into the house, you don't rush to greet. Sit down, you gist, you talk everything you need to, you can even eat, then later on you follow one after the other, and then you greet.
I think this is also different from
So
mine.
it's different, you
Yeah,
see?
it's
actually different.
Yeah, because my own perspective on this particular thing you're talking about is, as a lady to be married, when going to your in-laws house, in-laws to be your prospective in-laws, you're not supposed to greet the father-in-law.
Yeah.
No, you're not even supposed to see him eyeball to eyeball.
Okay.
Yeah. After everything, because before you get there, it must be a serious relationship that will lead to marriage eventually.
Okay.
So after sometimes, after when the bride price must have been paid, so you now present something like a token to come to your father-in-law's house so that to greet him. So we call that like you're trying to buy his mouth.
Wow.
Yeah, you're trying to buy his mouth.
Okay.
Because I remember when my dad took my mom to see his father.
Okay.
That's my grandfather. So my father told her that she was not supposed to greet him.
You said your mom, were you there?
No, she was telling us, she was
okay.
us. Yeah, she
Because
was
I would have
visiting us. So she was like, when my dad told her that her boyfriend then,
Yeah.
when he told her that this is what you're supposed to do, you're not supposed to greet him. She was like, am I fighting with him? Are we quarreling? He was, no, that's the culture. You're not supposed to greet him till after when your bride price must have been paid,
Wow.
and you come with something to ask for his mouth.
Differences in our cultural backgrounds.
Differences.
So you see, I know of someone who actually got married into my husband's cultural background.
Okay.
And then the person is from East, and it's a completely different ball game. And that person was unable to learn and accept their norms, their way, and that was a problem. So now I want this to lead us to the next thing now.
Okay.
How you need to live happily in your intermarriage.
Okay.
What do you think you need to do for you to live happily in that intermarriage?
Yeah, I think one thing that will make you live happily in intermarriage, not only intermarriage, because of course if you marry someone from different culture like your motive is to live happily, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. One thing is the state of mind.
State of mind. Okay.
And decision also, because you get to hear so many negative things concerning the other person's culture, the other person's behaviors, or maybe the way he behaves in a certain way. I know. Then you hear people like, that's how they behave, that's how people from their culture behave. It's the state of mind and also decision.
Okay.
When you have made up your mind that this is somebody I'm spending forever, I'm sure you don't know how you cannot time forever. Forever is something that you cannot predict how long it will take.
Yeah.
It's a decision. You learn to live with that person, irrespective of the differences. Maybe you're sleeping at the middle of the night and you wake up, it's like you see your spouse sitting down. Why are you sitting as in our culture as so time to wake up?
You have to wake up and sit down. Oh my God. Okay.
This is something that you make up your mind to live with it, and also block up your ears from whatever people will tell you concerning that. because living happily actually is one of the key steps or key facts to living to having a happy union,
Yeah.
irrespective of intermarriage or not intermarriage. Okay,
Beautiful
I believe
submission.
I've answered the
Yeah,
question
beautiful
very
submission. But I still have something. I have something I need to chip in.
well. Okay.
Now, just like what you said,
Mm.
it doesn't matter what kind of marriage it is, whether intermarriage or intramarriage or however
Yeah,
you want to
yeah,
look at it.
yeah.
You must have your state of mind must be positive,
Mm.
just like she said, talking about the state of mind, and then your decision must be your stone.
Yes.
And your decision would be that you will decide to learn the new culture you're coming into.
And another thing is, learning is not at once. It is a process.
Of course,
It is a process.
it's a
Yeah.
process, but then you have decided to learn the new culture. That as you're learning, you are accepting.
Yeah.
So as you accept, you tolerate,
Mm.
you imbibe,
Mm.
you adjust. You're expected to blend.
Yeah, you sacrifice.
Yeah,
also.
you blend these cultures, your own culture, alongside the new culture you're coming to meet. You blend and then you accept. Now, when you accept these culture, it is expected that you compromise.
Sure.
So my keywords for you today is learn, accept,
Steps.
and compromise. If you're able to do all of these, trust me, you will have the most successful marriage, whatever marriage, whether
Yeah,
intermarriage
nothing,
or because you've learned his ways, you've learned the food they eat, you've learned the way they like. I don't have a problem with my mother-in-law. She so much adores you when you like when she comes to your house, you don't rush to greet her. She loved that so much. And I've learned not to greet her immediately she walks into my house.
Yeah, that's just
So
their
yeah,
culture.
so I will give her that time, and then at a later time when she's not even expecting, that's when I'll just come and squat, and then I'll start preaching. And you will see that happiness, that excitement on her. Why? Because I've learned. So it is important you learn,
Yeah.
you accept, and then you compromise, because it's different from you to learn and not accept. They are two
Yes.
different things.
Of course.
You could learn and then you decide not to, apply or employ it. So these are my keywords for you. If you do all of these, trust me, you will be happy in your marriage.
And many people complain of this compromise and acceptance. And honestly, it's not easy to accept other people's
It's
culture.
not.
It is
Nobody
not
said
easy.
it's easy. Yeah,
It is not easy.
it's not.
And compromising as well, oh God, is not easy. Okay, but when you have made up your mind to go into that, compromise is the key.
It's the
and It
key.
is paramount.
It is paramount.
Yeah, and also accepting that culture. Oh my God, you just have to, because you people are one already.
Yeah.
You're coming from this place, the other one coming from this place, and you people are merged to be one. So you just have to learn each other, and acceptance also must come from both parties.
Oh sure, we're
Yeah.
talking about both parties here.
Yes,
We're not
yes.
talking about just the lady
Yeah,
accepting her.
yeah,
No.
yeah.
It's a two-way thing. So that's how it works. All right. So I don't know. I think we've done justice to this topic
Yes.
for now.
Yes, and you should add there's in the comment section.
Yeah,
as
I
well.
was going to say that actually. You know,
Okay.
this my random gist. She's always very fast, but it's okay. Please, we would like to know what you think.
Yeah.
What you think about intermarriage, how you think one could go about his marriage in a happy and successful way.
Yes.
Your comments are very important.
Because I like the way you split it out.
Okay.
Yeah. By the way, thanks for having me here.
Yeah. Again, you are.
At the Juvicent, you can hook me up on random gist with
Yeah.
others.
Yeah. So give us a thumbs up.
Please, and subscribe to the channel, okay?
Yeah. I'll see you again. Bye.